Alright, this is my trend review, and basically, market came and it pulled back. And again, you want to be able to just understand what the market is doing. It's just coming back to support. This entire move went to support, right? So over here, sell, bear, buy, but every rotation you could go with trend, counter trend, don't matter. So this would be like the higher time frame, and I use the lower time frame for entry because if it's a pullback, you make much more in the lower time frame. Anyway, so now I want to see if there's a sell signal. I don't like this thrust because again I explained before that this is an area distribution. You have a break right here. This break, these two bars, their break, broke their breakout test, went down, retest, selling. So let's see if the bulls can continue or if it's going to be bearish. And like, when you put different time frames together, markets make sense. And in the Wyckoff approach, what you do is you're using three types of charts. You use the wave chart, a tape reading chart, which can either be a point figure with volume or a footprint chart. Basically, just volume at levels, volume at price. And you use a bar chart and a higher time frame. So the coordinate, and I know it sounds like a lot, but it becomes so easy just by you just leave the chart on the monitor, and things just pop out. You don't even have to like do any rocket science. So anyway, so over here, where what was going on the point figure, I explained this. One second. As you can see, what happened was selling came in, and then I explained that this thing looks like covering, or buying, or covering, or whatever, and that very likely to be a bounce because this is stopping action. Someone's buying here, or they're covering their short position. Something's going on. Okay, and I like this because when it's in a wide base of support, so you want to see some cause, right? Well, all that means is it moves sideways. So when it starts moving sideways and there are bricks here that have high volume, that means that they're buying at these prices. They're accumulating right here. So whether that accumulation, I mean, it doesn't really matter. The point is they're buying. Whether you're buying for a long position or buying because the short covering, supply runs out. As you can see, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. It's all ones or zeros. See that? At this level, there's 1, then there's a 9 because basically buying everything there. And I think it was someone bag holding or effort reward or whatever. They're accumulating, covering, whatever. But buying was occurring. And then everything else here is ones and zeros. So this area has been cleaned out. And then what happened? Breakout, go up. I think there's some absorption or something over here, but it didn't last too long. So this was a nice little counter trend move. Right now, I can't really figure it out because it's after hours, and the volumes are different, so it's very difficult to figure out. But tomorrow morning, when those large traders come in, track them. Anyway, so let's see what's going on here. Over here, this was a distribution. This was the break, went down. This buy is a counter trend move to test ICE. All right, ICE is just support that broke. Where did the breakout occur? Obviously, these two bars right here. You have one test, you have a retest with an up thrust. Okay, very important. It's a rally down and up thrusted the test. A lot of people love this type of trade. They absolutely upthrust at a resistance area, after a breakout, or a spring at a support area after a rally, after a jump over the creek or whatever, breakout. So this is a lot of people like because they know that if it tests and then retests and upthrust, it's very high probability for it to go down. But in any case, like this area is very strong. Why did bounce off of this area? I have this indicator over at the bottom of green, green, green. That means very strong buying in this area. So when you combine it with trend and all that, like that green bar, um, so it went to basically support in an aggressive area of aggressive buying, and then rallied. So the current state is what I'm interested in because this market is on the cusp of making a decision to go up or down. Like already it broke, but it broke into and went to support, right? It did break. You have distribution up here, and you have a crack, and all of that. But remember, all it's doing is it just went to support, exactly where it was anticipated, and buying did come in. Now the thing is, it's going to now a resistance area, and at that resistance area, which was, as in the SMI vernacular, it's a retest of ice. You have selling. So you have buyers that came in at support, and you have sellers that came in at resistance. So this becomes a very and they're in a fairly tight range. So this is going to become critical because both of them are going to duke it out. Um, so that's why I want to see if the absorption occurs at the lows, or there's a break, or there's another attempt to go higher, and whether it'll work or not, I don't know. But I'll be observing and waiting to see the retest. Anyway, so that's the market. Let's take a look at the daily. Look at the daily. On the daily, why I don't like it at all. The bulls are in trouble because the market right now is under rotation, right here. And it's a sell signal because they're selling from the highs. So you had a, uh, yeah, I think bulls are in trouble because for me that what I see is at least a correction and lower. That's what opinion is my opinion because this is not enough of a correction. There's a sell signal and a rotation needs to occur, and in my opinion, it would go to here. But I mean, if heavy volume comes in or some bullish news comes in, have to be able to adapt immediately. You know, but this market has been going up without a real correction. One bar, two bar, now two bar again, and this rally is in trouble. It tried to break out, but as you can see, the one green bar was immediately reversed, right? That's not a good sign. You shouldn't do that. So there's many things that can happen here. One is, maybe develop support, maybe reaccumulation, maybe it'll absorb, or it'll break, maybe it'll create a spring, consolidate. All of these scenarios any one of them can occur. Best thing to do is just wait to see what the strong hands do, and just get in on the retest, in my opinion. So that's what's gonna happen. All right, I'm done. Take care. Bye.